I am locking the back door of my house when I hear sirens in the distance. Not police sirens or fire engines. These sound different, urgent, overlapping, coming from the direction of the wildlife sanctuary 2 miles down the road. I pause with my hand on the deadbolt and listen. The sirens grow, louder, then cut off abruptly. A recorded announcement echoes faintly through the suburban night. Emergency, code red, containment breach. My stomach tightens. Containment breach. That means something escaped. I am washing dishes at my kitchen sink when I hear glass crack behind me. I spin around. The sliding glass door that leads to my back garden has a long fracture running across it. On the other side of the glass, pressing its massive paw against the door, is a fully grown Bengal tiger. My body goes rigid. My brain refuses to process what I'm seeing. A tiger at my back door, trying inside my house. The tiger pulls its paw back and slams it against the glass again. The crack spreads wider. The entire door frame shudders from the impact. I hear sirens wailing in the distance, coming from the direction of the wildlife sanctuary 2 miles away. A recorded announcement echoes, faintly. Emergency. Code red, containment breach. The tiger escaped, and it chose my house. I take a slow step backward, my hands trembling, eyes locked on the animal. The tiger presses its face against the glass, breath fogging the surface. Its eyes are yellow, wide, and filled with panic. It is not hunting. It is not attacking with intent. It is terrified, desperate, trying to force its way into what it thinks is shelter. The tiger rams the door again with its shoulder. The glass spiderwebs further. One more hit and it will shatter completely. I realize I have seconds to make a decision. If the glass breaks, a panicked tiger will be inside my house. If I run and slam the interior door, the tiger might break through the glass, injure itself badly, and bleed out in my kitchen before help arrives. If I call for help, the noise might trigger it to strike harder. The tiger stops pushing and sits down heavily on the patio outside the door. Its chest heaves rapidly. The tiger licks a wound on one of its front paws once, then looks back at me through the cracked door with those terrified yellow eyes. It lets out a low, rumbling moan. Not a roar, not a threat, a plea. I stand perfectly, still, separated from one of the world's deadliest predators by a sheet of cracked glass and 4 inches of empty air. The tiger is injured, exhausted, and cornered. And somehow, in this moment, it is asking me for help in the only way it knows how. The sirens grow louder. The tiger flinches at the sound, its body tensing. I know that if those sirens get too close, the tiger will panic completely. It will either smash through my door or bolt into the suburban streets where families are walking dogs and children are playing. I realize, standing in my kitchen with my heart pounding and my hands, shaking, that I am the only thing standing between this terrified animal and a disaster that will end with someone, human or tiger, dead. I need to act fast. The sirens are getting closer, maybe 2 minutes away at most. If the emergency response team arrives with tranquilizer guns and nets and spotlights, this tiger will lose its mind completely. It will either crash through my door in blind panic or bolt into the street. I glance at my mobile on the kitchen counter. I could call them. Tell them the tiger is here, trapped against my house. But the moment I speak, the tiger will hear my voice. Any sudden sound could trigger it. I look back at the cracked glass door. The tiger is still sitting there, chest heaving, injured paw held slightly off the ground. Its yellow eyes are fixed on me, wide and unblinking. It is waiting for me to do something, anything. I make a decision. I move, slowly towards the door, keeping my body low, my movements smooth and deliberate. The tiger's eyes track me, but it doesn't stand. It doesn't growl. It just watches. I crouch down until I'm at the tiger's eye level, separated only by the fractured glass. We stare at each other, predator and prey. Except neither of us feels like the predator right now. The tiger's breathing slows slightly. Its ears twitch forward, no longer pressed flat. It is listening to me, watching me, trying to decide if I am a threat. I raise one hand slowly, palm out, showing I have no weapon. The tiger flinches but does not move away. I press my palm gently against the cracked glass, The tiger stares at my hand for a long moment. Then, carefully, it lifts its massive paw and presses it against the glass from the other side, directly opposite mine. The warmth of its body radiates through the fractured surface. For one impossible moment, we are connected. The sirens scream closer. 1 minute away, maybe less. The tiger's ears flatten again. Its body tenses. It pulls its paw back from the glass and stands up slowly, muscles coiling, ready to run. I realize the glass door is the problem. The tiger sees it as both a barrier and a trap. It needs to feel like it can escape, but if it runs into the streets in this state, someone will die. I need to give it another option. I stand up quickly and move to the side door of my kitchen that leads to my garage. I unlock it and pull it open wide. The garage is dark, enclosed, safe. It has a large roll-up door that leads to the driveway, which leads to the empty field behind the houses. I step back and gesture towards the open garage door, then crouch down again at the glass. The tiger watches me. It sees the open door. It understands. The sirens are right outside. Sirens are. Now. Lights flash red and blue through my front windows. The tiger makes its choice. It stands, turns away from the cracked glass door, and moves quickly around the side of my house towards the open garage entrance. I hold my breath. This is either going to save its life or end mine. The tiger disappears into my garage. I hear its heavy footsteps on the concrete floor, then nothing. It has gone silent, hiding in the darkness. I move quickly but quietly towards the open garage door, staying low, giving the tiger space. I peer around the doorframe carefully. The tiger is pressed against the far corner of the garage, behind my car, body low, eyes reflecting what little light reaches it from the street. It is trapped again, but this time, it is trapped with an exit it can control, the roll-up door that leads outside, away from the sirens and lights and chaos. I hear boots pounding up my driveway, voices shouting commands. The emergency response team has arrived at my front door. I make a split-second decision. I step into the garage slowly, hands raised, and I close the side door behind me, cutting off the team's direct access. I am now locked in a garage with a terrified tiger. This is either the stupidest or the bravest thing I have ever done. The tiger growls low, a warning. It sees me blocking its only exit back into the house, but I am not blocking its real exit. I move carefully along the wall towards the garage door control panel, keeping my eyes on the tiger the entire time. My hand finds the button. I press it. The roll-up garage door begins to rise with a mechanical grinding sound. The tiger flinches at the noise but does not charge. Light from the street lamps pours in as the door climbs higher. Beyond the driveway, I can see the empty field. Dark, open, safe. The tiger sees it too. Its ears perk up. Its body shifts towards the opening. Someone pounds on the side door I just closed. "Police, open this door. We have tranquilizers ready." I ignore them. If they burst in now with weapons raised, the tiger will panic and someone will get hurt. I need 10 more seconds. The garage door reaches the top and locks into place. The exit is clear. The field is right there. The tiger stands slowly, eyes fixed on the open night beyond the driveway. It takes one hesitant step forward, then another. It moves past my car, past me, giving me a wide berth but not attacking. It reaches the driveway and pauses at the threshold, looking back at me one last time. Those yellow eyes meet mine. There is no gratitude in them. Tigers do not feel gratitude, but there is something. Acknowledgement maybe, understanding. Then it turns and runs. The tiger sprints across the driveway, across the narrow strip of grass, and disappears into the darkness of the empty field. Within seconds, it is gone, swallowed by the night. I hear the emergency team shouting. They saw it run. They are mobilizing, calling for backup, coordinating a safe capture in the open field where no civilians are at risk. I stand in my garage shaking, adrenaline crashing through my system. The side door bursts open and 2 officers rush in, tranquilizer guns raised, scanning for the tiger. "It's gone," I say quietly. "It's in the field. No one got hurt." One of the officers lowers his weapon and stares at me. "You just Let it out? Into the field? I gave it a choice, I say. It made the right one. The officers escort me out of the garage. Emergency vehicles line my street, lights flashing, radios crackling with coordinated commands. A wildlife specialist in tactical gear approaches me. Immediately. "You're the homeowner?" she asks. "You had direct contact with the tiger?" "It was at my back door," I say, trying to get inside. I redirected it to the garage and opened the exit to the field. She stares at me for a moment, then nods slowly. That was either incredibly reckless or incredibly smart. Probably both. Is anyone injured? No. The tiger cut its paw on the glass door, but it was moving fine when it ran. She turns to her team and starts issuing orders. They are setting up a perimeter around the field, thermal imaging cameras scanning for the tiger's heat signature. The goal is a safe tranquilizer capture now that the animal is away from civilians. I watch from behind the police line as spotlights sweep across the dark field. Then someone shouts. They have found it. The tiger is crouched in the tall grass near a tree line, barely visible. It is not running anymore. It is exhausted, cornered by lights and voices and the faint chemical smell of tranquilizer darts being prepared. A marksman takes position with the tranquilizer rifle. He has a clear shot, but the tiger is panicking again, body coiled, ready to bolt one more time. If it runs into the tree line, they will lose it in the dark. If it runs towards the houses, the situation becomes deadly again. The wildlife specialist raises her hand, holding the shot. She turns to me. "You got it to trust you once," she says quietly. "Can you do it again?" I hesitate. This is insane, but I nod. She hands me. Portable speaker. "Talk to it. Keep your voice calm. We need it still for 10 seconds, that is all." I take the speaker and step forward, just beyond the police line. The tiger is about 50 meters away, illuminated by spotlights. Its yellow eyes find me immediately. I raise the speaker and I speak. Not words, just a low, steady sound. A hum. The same tone I used when I pressed my hand against the glass. A sound that says, "I am not hunting you. I am not a threat." The tiger's ears twitch forward. Its body relaxes slightly, just enough. The marksman fires. The tranquilizer dart hits the tiger's shoulder with a soft thud. The tiger flinches, spins once, then sits down heavily. Within 30 seconds, it slumps onto its side, breathing slowing, eyes closing. It is over. The wildlife team moves in quickly with nets and a transport crate. I watch as they carefully load the sedated tiger, treating its injured paw, checking its vitals. The specialist gives me a thumbs up. The tiger is stable, it will be fine. 2 weeks later, I receive a call from the wildlife sanctuary. The tiger has fully recovered. Its paw healed cleanly. They have reinforced the enclosures and identified the failure point that allowed the escape. It will not happen again. They ask if I would like to visit. I stand outside the tiger's new enclosure, watching it pace through a shaded habitat designed to mimic its natural environment. The tiger looks healthy, strong, no longer terrified. It pauses near the reinforced glass and looks directly at me. For one brief moment, I swear those yellow eyes show recognition. Then it turns away and walks back into the shade, disappearing into the tall grass of its enclosure. Finally safe, I leave the sanctuary with something I did not expect: peace. Not because I am a hero. Not because I did something extraordinary, but because when I had the choice to panic, to call for help and let others handle it, I chose to trust an animal that should have terrified me. And somehow, that made all the difference.